Tuesday, September 5th. I'm over here with the 68. What are we gonna do today?
I don't know. Get it fired up.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. I already got my intake. Well, maybe cut the intake to the right length.
Oh, the air intake?
Yeah.
I see. Ooh, nice.
Everything's wired up. Got the oil for the engine and the strobe. O2 sensors I have as well. Which those are just plug and play. All the connections are there.
Uh-huh. And gas tank.
And gas, yeah, not gas.
Gotta mount the gas tank.
Oh, run the fuel line. Fuel line right there.
And run the fuel lines from the tank to the front.
Rated.
Oh, that's fancy.
And then we got all these fittings for it.
So we're gonna make the lines, custom cut.
And then this is the elbow for the fuel lines, the fuel rods, because sometimes it's a little difficult to get it straight. You know, if you have it sticking out.
So where you got that on eBay or something?
Yeah.
It's a universal type kit.
It's for fuel lines, yeah, I guess.
So I'm gonna need that too then.
Yeah. I forget. It was like some speed shop. We got all this, you know, transmission lines, which we really don't need right now, but I understand too, man.
Oh man.
We got fans everywhere.
We got 3 fans going. We got 3 fans.
Going good too. That's hot stuff, right? We'll reach. Yeah.
What up, man?
Okay.
Hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah. Twice in a week, it's a record. Hey, check it out.
Oh,
These came kind of dark. So I brought the darker ones. Made some dating ones, but these came out too dark.
This one looks really good, right?
Yeah. You keep it. Which one you want? I got True Sport, True Ray, and a Dayton.
Ooh, got the whole tire and everything.
Yeah, the other ones have the tires. That's what I wanted, the white wall. Because the coasters are originally white.
tough choice.
Well, y'all get, I want to know.
Okay. Yes. Now I don't have to decide that.
LEDs for the cell panel?
Wait.
Yeah, it's gonna light up this interior. Get off here. Oh yeah, these suckers are bright, man.
Put them in the front.
Yeah. Yeah, like a side panel, like a custom side panel in the trunk. And you open it and these turn on.
Oh yeah, they turn on, yeah. Even if more, I mean, those things are flying up with us.
You know, you can build a side panel like the way this panel is.
Uh-huh.
Like as a better panel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen somebody does that with
the lights on, and then when you open the trunk,
they turn on. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get to work. Bring you guys back once we get some work in.
On that, the actual fuel pump that goes in, I wasn't too sure if it was. I want to say they wanted to point left.
well, the hole here is for fuel to go in, so
Mhm.
this will never be starved.
So it'll be
So this goes to the front.
to the front. Okay.
Yeah, because the tank, this is the lowest part of the tank
Mhm.
once it's mounted, and that's where you want this to be. So it'll always have fuel.
Okay.
It'll never be starved. So when you hit the gas, you know the
kinda
fuel go back, but you still have fuel in here.
Okay.
You never starve it. So what we got here, you recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You modified this gas tank.
yeah, so this is an original gas tank for a 68 Impala. And here, let me put this down. This is the original sender that it comes with. And this hole is much smaller originally. It's about that small. So you have to knock off the original flange that goes onto here. And that is spot welded on here. So once you knock that off, you know, you take out this original sender, you're left with a much smaller hole, about that size.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make it bigger, and there's a flange that goes on the inside of here, which already has the holes for these right here. These holding the fuel pump.
Uh-huh.
And then you slide that in, you bring it up, and then you got to weld it in. So all this is welded. Once you make the hole bigger to the actual size, to this size.
How'd you make it bigger?
I made it with a rock on the angle grinder. Yeah. You mark it. You mark your hole with I just did it with a marker. permanent marker, and then I made the hole bigger, and then I was able to slide this piece in here through. It has an opening, so you can slide it in easy. You bring it up, and then you weld it. But before you weld it, you want to go ahead and put these. No, these are already pre-made. You want to put these in, that way you don't get no slag inside the holes.
threads.
Yeah, so you weld it all the way around, and then you grind it again, and that's done right there.
Now, did they sell these tanks already made like this?
Not for a 68.
Not for a 68.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't. And then this is part of the universal or the swap fuel pump. So all this comes extra long. You see, I had to cut it right here. So that thing was probably about this long because they're universal.
Oh, universal.
Yeah.
So they're made for a deep tank, not a shallow tank like this.
Right. It's universal. So if you have a deep tank, it'll work. If you have a shallow one, you cut it down.
Huh. Dakota sells that.
Yeah. So this has to be cut down. All of this has to be cut down, and what you want is for this thing to sit on the bottom of the tank. This part right here. So this opening is for fuel. And this has a little bit of play in it. So when it sits down, you have your gasket, and then you just bring it in here like that, just straight like that. And then all this was already previously measured and fitted. Yeah. So basically it goes like that. And then these are your fuel lines, your supply and your return, and this is just a vent. Now this hole here, this is the floater. And this is an accessory for the digital Dakota. And this goes straight wired to your Dakota.
So you had to cut that hole too?
I had to cut this hole, and I just did it with a hole saw. Let me see if I can get this out, because it's kind of hard to maneuver, but it has the floater on it.
The sender.
Yeah, the sender. The sender, this is the floater.
Yeah, you don't got that.
Measures up.
Yeah, I do want to see it.
So basically that replaces this.
Yeah, but I want you to see the ball on here. So this gives you the reading straight to the gauge.
Huh.
Yeah, so wherever this is, this gives you the reading to the gauge inside the digital gauge. So I did this with the hole saw, and then I had to use a tap and die set for these right here.
To thread it.
To thread it, yeah. So they're all threaded, and it has a gasket also. So,
wow.
Yeah, this has a measurement also. It comes on the instructions. It's very detailed, and it could be confusing. But if you get this measurement wrong, your fuel reading will never be correct. So this, you see I had to cut this. This one is actually about twice as long.
Wow.
But you need to find the measurement, which the instructions have the measurement that you want. So you want to measure all the way down from here to the bottom of the tank. And then that measurement gives you two more measurements, which is the measurement for this rod and then for this. And then that's it. You just cut and fit it.
Huh.
So this will give you an accurate reading for the digital gauge.
Wow. They make these for $59.60?
They do, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're not expensive. They're about $650.
Oh, that's not expensive. Sure.
So check it out. So you see you have your power in the ground. So this is gonna be wired to the engine. So whenever you put your key forward, it'll prime it.
Oh.
It'll prime all the way to the front of the motor, and then you just turn it on. But you can hear it prime. So one of these goes to the Dakota, and the other one's ground. So these grounds go together. You loop them, and then you ground this to the body.
To the brown wire?
Yeah, bare metal, and then the brown wire goes here.
The positive?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy money.
Easy money.
Yes, sir.
How long did it take you to make this tank?
About, I think it took me like 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah, about 3 hours.
Okay.
From start to finish. Yeah,
Okay.
not bad. Not bad.
So we're gonna get this thing in there, and you gotta build the lines.
Yeah, so right here we have a bunch of universal fittings that came with a universal kit to build the fuel lines. So right now we're gonna find the fittings for here and then make our custom fuel lines all the way to the front.
Sweet.
Yeah. Easy money.
Okay. Bring you guys back. All right, so we're getting ready to build the gas line here.
So here's the fuel line. So before you cut it, you want to put electrical tape, or else this will start fraying and it won't be no good to you. So
Just regular old electrical tape.
Electrical tape, yeah. You put it tight so it won't fray. And then this is your fitting here. And so you want to put this in first. Don't forget, or else you're gonna have to redo it. Well, you actually can't forget.
And you spin it, does it matter clockwise? It doesn't matter?
As long as it gets through.
Okay.
So, you see this plastic line?
Mm-hmm. That's the inner working.
That's the inner working. So some of these fuel lines, they sell them in the rubber. And if you do those fuel lines on your swap, you'll still get the smell of fuel through the line because it's rubber.
Mm-hmm.
And these will keep that from happening. So the fitting on the inside has this collar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look inside the collar, there's a stop to it on the end. See, it's flat on this side.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to put this in between the steel braiding and the plastic all the way down. And you got to make sure it's all the way down to the end of the collar.
Maybe a little persuasion with the hammer.
Yeah, so we use a lead hammer. Put some tape around here.
So you cut it with a cutoff wheel on a die grinder or an electric grinder.
Yeah, and you want to cut it flush. That way the plastic will be flush inside the collar. Because if you cut it crooked, it won't sit flush on the collar. And that's important. So these things are aluminum. They're easy to strip. They're easy to scratch. They're pretty delicate. So I put tape on them, and then I stick them in the vise. And you can hit the collar with the lead hammer or rubber hammer, but we don't have a rubber hammer. So. And you don't gotta swing this thing. No need for that. Just as long as the plastic sits at the collar. You see it?
Yeah.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is close. And now all you gotta do is stick this in here and then tighten it up.
And that's gonna tighten to the piece you just put.
Yeah, you see that goes in there just like that?
Mm-hmm.
And now you wanna bring this piece forward. You can take the tape off. Or actually, no, we can leave it.
So this is going. This is the motor side of it, the engine side.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same concept all around, huh?
All these lines are all built the same. There's a different kind of line, like the rubber one I'm talking about. That one's a little bit different, but the same concept. We actually have some of those other fittings. I can show them to you right now. I'm gonna take this off so y'all can see it a little bit better.
Now, how much was this fuel line kit?
They're not expensive, man.
$100?
Yeah, about 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this, you still on?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay, you can put this back in the vise. They actually sell special tools for the aluminum. It's basically a wrench. Yeah, I don't think they're necessary, honestly. It's personal preference. So you just tighten this all the way down and you're good to go. I'm gonna put the tape back on, put it back in the vise. I just wanted y'all to see a little bit better. If this thing starts stripping, you're done. Get a new one, because it's not gonna work no more.
It'll leak.
It just won't tighten. Yeah. Let me show you the other type of fitting real quick.
Shit. Get out the way before they get.
So these look the same, right? So these are for the transmission lines, but they're a little bit different. You see there's no collar?
Yeah.
So this is the collar. So on these, what you need to do when you put the line in, do it the same way with the electrical tape, and you got to put the line all the way up to the end, right there.
Leave the tape on.
Leave the tape on, yes. And just put maybe like a turn and a half of tape, because if you put too much tape, it won't go in. And then once you have that line all the way through up to here, then you just screw this one on. Now this one does go on a lot tighter, so you got to be careful not to strip it. And then you just tighten it all the way down, and then this whole piece will go inside the line that you're putting on.
So it's a compression fitting.
Yeah.
What does it do? It expands the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
line, so like that, they kind of pressurize it a little bit.
Yeah, if you look at your transmission line kit,
Mm-hmm.
it won't have that plastic inside of it. It'll be rubber. So just a little bit different.
You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, there it is.
This is the transmission one.
Yeah. See, if you use those for fuel, which you can, because they do hold pressure, but you'll have that smell of fuel
Coming through that.
and some people don't like that. Some people don't care. Yeah. Put this back on and then tighten it down.
The Get It Done crew.
Yep, there it is. Credentials.
Yeah. But man, does this window unit work?
No, not for 15 years.
Should
I
replace
could
it.
replace it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I mean, because you know, you wouldn't be sweating right now.
I'd have to insulate.
We
the
wouldn't be
entire
sweating right now.
garage and- Yeah, once this car's out of here, probably gonna store it at your house for a year or so.
Okay. I got plenty of room out in back.
Yeah, this was a different size.
It's bigger?
What size that is? Probably a 20. Oh, there it goes. Now it would be safe to use
Yeah.
this side. And it'd be a lot easier with the ratchet wrench also. Not necessary though.
Now, how tight do we want to go?
All the way down.
It's gonna bottom out.
Yeah, bottom out.
Okay.
Yeah.
so
This,
it's
this
not a-
bottom
it's not
out
a-
right here.
It's not a torque spec. It's
No,
just the
no.
bottom out.
Yeah, that's it.
I wonder why they're made out of aluminum.
Probably cheaper to make.
Oh, do you think they do make them in steel?
I don't know.
Maybe stains.
Stainless would be nice.
Man, that would be nice. Couple more turns and we're done.
You think there's a lot of Chinese drinking beer, aluminum cans, put them in a pile,
Yep.
make some fittings.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You mean these are not American fittings?
Those are the boxes, but
Yep. Yep. Drinking Bud Lights.
At the Rainbow Ranch.
Yeah.
That's it.
Boom, boom, boom. So we already got back when. So the back when you used the factory cut.
The factory cut? Yeah,
The
it already
factory-
had a cut.
It
with
already had a cut.
tape on it,
Mhm.
which I bet the end of this probably has that same tape.
Yeah.
whatever. Oh,
Probably over there.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can use that one next.
Okay. So now we're gonna put that back on the fuel filter regulator.
Mm-hmm. Regulator's already on. We just need to run this line again and we're good.
Okay. So we put the fuel filter regulator. We cleaned off the Raptor so we get a good ground. And that's where the end of it's going to go right there. I'm about to run this line all the way to the front of the engine. And there we go. We got the gas line on. It's got a 45-degree coming out of it. It's right inside the frame, all the way to the front. So next up is we're gonna hang this gas tank.
Answer that?
All right, we're back. It's like 4 hours later. Pretty much done. Just running the, what do you say, power wire
Yeah.
to where?
To the wire harness.
To the wiring harness, the Dakota, the American Auto Wire,
The engine harness.
the engine harness. We got the gas tank in place. That was a fiasco. These straps can be, if they were a half-inch longer, they would be perfect.
You heard that, Chinese man?
We got our ground cleaned up the metal. And you made these gas lines. You say one is return and one is pressure?
Yeah.
And they go right there. So far looking like a pretty clean install. What you think?
Yeah, I agree.
So we're about done under here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some tape here and then drill this hole a little bit bigger. I'll just power wire through there. Some tape on it. Yeah, we're done. Got ground. The loader got ground. The gas tank wire is coming straight off of the Dakota. The ground is all the way back here. Ground for the gas tank, power for the for the fuel pump, ground and power, that's done. So yeah, just need to run this to the front and this whole setup is done. We already ran the fuel line from the regulator also to the
front.
engine. So we're in business, everything's tight.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're good to go, man.
All right.
Take that.
Turn it up.
Bring you guys back once we get under the hood.
Because the truck intake has different vacuum ports than what the LS1 intake has. So he's running that, and
All right, so it's December 22nd, did I say 22nd? Friday. And we're revisiting the 68 here. Last time I've been here was in September that we had said we put the gas tank in. We said we was gonna try and get it running, but that didn't happen, so it's kind of been on the back burner. But y'all did get it running last weekend.
yeah, we gotta run. And we gotta still kind of like tuck up some wires and finish some, last little minute things, but it's running.
No exhaust yet.
No exhaust yet, no. Which I gotta find somewhere close to do the exhaust,
Yeah.
or
I wouldn't drive it.
No. I mean,
No, I wouldn't drive it.
it doesn't hurt,
No.
but I mean, I still don't got fluids in the radiator either, so
Dakota's all wired up.
yeah. Yeah, so the exhaust is really what's on my mind next, I guess.
Oh, you put a radio in.
Yeah.
You made that piece?
Yeah, it's just they sell like a little generic piece, not necessarily for any car, like for different types. And I just kind of,
You bent it.
yeah, I heated it up and just kind of lightly bent it little by little until it got a form.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's not wired up yet either. It doesn't have power to it, but it will eventually.
Well, you want to show the Dakota with the key? So that's a like a original version, huh, of the Dakota, or is that the only version? Do you know? Or
There's two. You can get the analog, which has got the little arms and stuff.
yeah,
And then you got the digital, and they only offered it in two colors, I think, on this one. It's either the blue or like a teal green, I believe. They may have some more colors now, but when I got it 2 years ago.
yeah, it's been 2 years. Huh? Yeah. So that fuel pump kicked on. That's what that noise.
Yeah, and so when we were first wiring everything up, we couldn't figure out why the fuel pump kept on priming and it wouldn't stop. And we were following the instructions off of PSI and Dakota and everything, and
The fuel pump wasn't turning off.
wasn't turning off. He just priming the entire time. And you're supposed to prime, and it pressurizes and then it turns off, right? So when it's keyed on, so it was just going non-stop, And so finally, Johnny, man, I'm telling you, man, dude's fucking genius. he figured out that we needed to pin our own. The fuel pump wire needed to be pinned into a relay that is not in the instructions.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and sure enough,
So the relay shuts it off.
yeah, the relay shuts it off. I mean, it works just like it's supposed to, you know. But yeah. So I don't know if we wanna.
We'll start it, man, just for a few seconds. Not, you don't want to run it with no exhaust very long. And you got coolant in and stuff, or?
No, that's what I'm saying. We can only run it for a little bit until.
Yeah, just a few seconds, man, just to
Yeah,
show that it
just to
starts.
show that it starts, you know.
Knock on wood. Man, that's loud. That's just straight header, no exhaust.
Yeah,
And that's a cold start,
yeah.
because it's kind of chilly.
I mean, we still gotta figure out the vacuum lines, and I'm pretty sure something it needs to be plugged up or
Yeah.
ran some, you know, certain way. But which that's what I was doing right now. So I was running a vacuum line from the intake pipe to the valve cover, so you can get fresh air. And then we're supposed to run another pipe from the throttle body here around, and it's just
This one?
yeah, that one. I mean, this is the one that originally came on the LS1, but I mean, that's not the original. The previous owner who had this, he modified it here because he removed all the other ones, you know.
So that's the LS1 intake.
Yeah, yeah. And they got totally different vacuum routings than what the Vortec intake had, you know. Or like even an LS6 or LS2, they all have like different routings and different ways of doing it, which is it's weird, man. I go on the internet and there's like 50 different topics and everybody's saying something different, you know.
Yeah, you can get lost.
And sometimes, you know, some people are saying the same thing, you know. The like one common thing is that everybody's saying run this to here, and sometimes it just goes all over the place. So
you're gonna run a remote reservoir.
yeah, I got it somewhere in there.
Where are you gonna put it?
I was thinking of up inside next to the radiator. Like right here. There's plenty of space right here. Run the lines from here to here.
And then to the gearbox?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the kit didn't come with the hoses, or
Yeah.
actually the gearbox didn't come with the hoses, so you gotta get those on your own. So I still see like a lot of wires that I don't really like. I gotta tuck them in and
Yeah, we'll clean up.
yeah, a little cleanup. The covers, I gotta get the covers, but that's all like on the end. You know,
Yeah.
we want to get it running.
So you're
nice and right.
gonna run coil covers to cover the coil
Yeah,
packs?
yeah. It's the field rail covers. It covers up everything from here down.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, just getting it running is the.
Where you get the vacuum for the brake booster from?
Oh, back here in the back. There's
So just
actually, that's what I was looking at right now, because the intake is a 1/2-inch fitting, right, or vacuum poured out, and the booster is a 3/8. So I gotta go get an adapter so I can, you know, put onto one or the other and use the same line.
Man, well, hey man, it starts.
Yeah, it's loud. I really want to get the exhaust done so that I can.
Then you can
in and out, yeah.
dial it in and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
leave it running.
But where? Like, I mean, the guy that I really want to go to is all the way out in Tomball, man. That's a 40-minute drive, or a 40-minute trailering. You know, if it was down the street, I'd drive the car to the spot. You know, it's not gonna hurt the engine just running on headers. It's gonna be loud, you know, but
I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm looking at that starter. Well, it's different than the block huggers. Block huggers will melt the starter if you run it on a small block, but it's dumping in the back.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm saying, I mean, it's got enough length to go down, you know, to dump out, to move it right now, you know, if I needed to, but I would really like.
I mean, you could probably add a pipe yourself, a little pipe, and drive it. I wouldn't run it just headers only. because you get hot and cold air coming back in. And that's not good. Or if you run it with no headers, you know, you don't want to do that. But I would just maybe if they sell a little pipe, 2 pipes, to just get it maybe down by the transmission lower, and drive, and then maybe drive it around the corner.
If we're doing all that, I might as well just trail it.
Do they sell kits?
For what? I mean,
Exhaust kits?
Yeah, you can get an exhaust kit, but I kind of want everything welded nice and tight. And, you know,
professional.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I want to go to the guy that Johnny went to. That guy, man.
What's his name?
I think it's called John's Muff.
Yeah, John's Muff.
And man, I mean, I see his videos and on his Instagram page, and he does really.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. Man.
Really nice work.
That's where I might have to go.
But like I said, it's far from here. I had to trailer it over there and do all that extra. It's a lot of work just to get the exhaust.
Yeah, I'm kind of dreading that same thing. Man, so what's next? That I would say exhaust or
Johnny's working on the drive shaft.
Drive shaft.
Gotta get exhaust.
Brakes.
Brakes is another big issue. Everything to run the transmission fluid from the transmission to the radiator. This should be coming in today, so I could probably work on it this weekend. And get those lines ran, and I think that's about it. I could put coolant in after that.
Then some junk in the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I don't know about this. Maybe I should just go airbags.
Shit.
This is a bunch of mess right now, but it's, you know, got the
sunroof
covers.
Cover.
This is the spacer.
Yeah.
You know, the spacer that I don't know if I want to use.
Don't crack that.
Yeah, no, we already had that one here and that one here. I don't know. Which, that's not a big deal. It'll get fixed. Yeah, like I said, this is the radiator spacer.
For AC?
Yeah, for the transcooler.
Yeah,
to run a transcooler. But for right now, we're running the lines to the actual radiator. The radiator already has some ports for it at the bottom.
How long has this car been painted, man? Has it been a year?
It's been about a year. Yeah, because we started it in February 2022. No, I'm sorry, 2023. Yeah, February 2023 is when we actually started, when it actually hit your house. And the last video, I believe, was in October?
September.
September.
It was the weekend. We came over here after we painted the 60. The day after.
The Astros were playing the Phillies.
I think
we
so.
loaded it up onto the trailer.
Yeah. Grill, man, looking good. Chrome grill.
So, grill. Like I said, the bumpers look good. They're a little dirty, but I don't see the need to spend $1,000.
So did you get the headlight bezels also, or no?
Yeah, these are
re-chromed?
Yeah. These are the corner lights that they're still a little loose.
Yeah.
I need to adjust them and need to adjust the bumper. I got to drop the bumper in order for this to fit in correctly. So we'll actually loosen up the bumper a little bit. So I got to do that for this side too. And got these little pieces done.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
You know. Yeah. Got in the new lines. I got to wire them up.
Man, that radiator support looks good behind that grill. Way better than black.
Yeah.
Really makes the grill stand out more.
Yeah.
Looking good. All right.
Yeah, so it's getting there. It's probably a lot closer than it was like 4 months ago.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta finish it up, man.
Do they sell underhood insulation for here?
They probably do. I don't know if I want to though.
I would. And clean that up. It would clean that up. Then you can put a mural.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I just wanted to update this video, man. Kind of close it out now that the car starts and runs. The Dakota's wired. The interior is pretty much done, huh?
Yeah, I gotta start putting in the front seat. Well, I really don't want to put the front seat just yet until I finish wiring up the radio.
So everything's done.
Yeah, all the little
Yeah.
wiring.
And then headliner time.
Yeah, headliner. Yeah, that's gonna be a little tough with that sunroof, but figure something out.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it's gonna close out this video, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We got one more stop today, and I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned.